So, in this lesson, we'll be talking about gerunds and infinitives. This is one of the most detailed topics in English because there are a long list of verbs and lots of rules. But we'll be dealing with only the basics here. If you keep a few rules in mind, you'll be fine. A gerund is the ing form of a verb and it functions as a noun in a sentence. Look at the examples. Okay, when do we use the gerund? A gerund can be the subject of a sentence, as in the sentence, teaching is fun. Or they can be the object of a sentence, like I enjoy teaching. And they're used after prepositions. Prepositions like at, to, with, without, by. As in the example, he is good at dancing. And finally, if you're talking about a leisure activity or a sports activity, you use a gerund, like I go swimming, she goes running, or we go shopping. Let's see some more examples with a preposition followed by a gerund. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. She is tired of arguing. I have no objection to hearing your story again. Yes, to is a preposition here, so a gerund follows it. The last example is, I'm looking forward to meeting my best friend. A gerund is also used after the preposition by to explain the method of doing things. Look at the example. Johannes Kepler earned money by teaching at a high school. Yeah, he was a teacher in 1594. Can you imagine Kepler being a high school teacher? Look at the other example. Isaac Newton invented calculus by thinking over it non-stop for months and months. Earlier in this video, I said that a gerund comes after certain verbs. Here you will see some of them. What about the infinitives? An infinitive is the base form of a verb. We call it verb 1. It is used with to or without to. As in the example, I wanted to escape from here. To escape is an infinitive. And in the second example, they helped me settle here. Settle is an infinitive. What about the uses of the infinitive? Like the gerund, the infinitive could be the subject or the object of a sentence. And if there's an adjective, we need the infinitive after that. As in the example, it is important to stay indoors these days. Here you see a part of the long list of verbs followed by the infinitive. The negative form of the gerund and the infinitive is easy. You use not just before the gerund or the infinitive. Analyze the following examples. And the good news is there are some verbs that take either the gerund or the infinitive, and there is no difference in meaning. These verbs are love, hate, start, and continue. You can analyze the following examples. All this may be confusing for you because there are lots of verbs and rules to remember. But there might be a logic behind this. Let's see. These verbs are followed by the infinitive form. Okay? If we draw our timeline here and write down parts of a sentence, look, the infinitive part happens in the future compared to the main verbs here. What do I mean? if you plan to go on holiday, first you plan and then you go on holiday. So there's a chronological difference. If you decide to call your friend, first you decide and then you call your friend. Okay? Isn't it logical? So when you use the infinitive, you will know that these activities will happen in the future compared to the main verbs here. There is a similar logic when you use the gerund. Let's see. These verbs are followed by the gerund. We know that. Okay? What do you avoid? For instance, you avoid smoking. Okay? You deny stealing the money. You enjoy reading. There is something common in all these structures. See, if you avoid smoking, that means you know what kind of an activity smoking is. You don't like it, but you have an idea. Okay? If you deny stealing the money, that means somebody stole the money and afterwards you deny it. You say, no, it wasn't me. I didn't steal the money. But this happened and later you deny it. And if you enjoy reading, you know how it feels like. You know that activity. This is your experience, happened before. So when you talk about these gerunds, these are somehow past experiences. Okay, keep this in mind. This may help you.